happening, everybody? My name's Seven and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Now in today's video, we're going to land at 5 of the unnamed locations in the newest update on Fortnite Battle Royale, and I'm going to be showing you the kind of loot that I get from these locations, so you guys can decide whether you want to go for the named locations or the unnamed locations. These are definitely less contested, so you're going to guarantee to get more loot and also have less conflict as well, but depends on where the bus flies past, of course. Let's get straight into number 1. Now, number 1 is going to be the football stadium, and as I mentioned in my previous videos, I did say that, hey, we built this football stadium originally, and it's inspired this location. This is an unnamed location where you guys can come and kick a ball around and have a laugh with your friends. Now, the footage you're seeing in the background, I got very unfortunate, but I like to land at that back door. I have landed at that back door a couple of times, and I have found ARs and decent weapons on numerous occasions, because I have done these jumps quite a few times. However, at this occasion, I only found traps, but I did still have quite a good laugh. Now at this location there isn't just the football field, there's also the actual higher parts in the football field, of course, that you can go check out as well. But you've also got the outer houses, and you've got a broken down swimming pool as well as a garage that we can all explore. So when exploring around these areas, you can find multiple chests, including the one I've just found in the cubicle in the actual stadium itself. Now with all of these different areas, it gives you a mass variety of different places to kind of head when you first land here. You don't have to jump straight into the football pitch. You can go around to these different garages, these different outhouses, and explore and get loot, then head in for a game of football. So that is our first location, and that is unnamed on the map. Let's get straight into number 2. Our second location is going to be centered up in the top left-hand corner of the map. This is known as the Motel, and we've already seen sneak previews of this. Now on this jump, thankfully, I was able to do a long jump past Anarchy Acres and get to here without any conflict whatsoever. Now you have around this area a bunch of different vehicles, such as all the cars and the camper vans. You've also got a lorry that can sometimes spawn a chest, and you've also got outhouse buildings as well. Each of these locations contains ammunition, weapons and chests. There's also a very nice run from this location to all of the other surrounding areas, such as the named junkyard and the named farm as well. And on this occasion, we weren't too far away from the actual zone itself. You can collect wood, brick and all the wonderful stuff in this location with ease. Now I actually tested going up on the roof and seeing if there was like any hidden areas in the roof, and from what I could see, it just seemed like it was quite hollow, so there wasn't really much going on the motel roof. But there's some like generator areas where you might find some potions, and like I said, like a standard outhouse or one of these abandoned buildings that we normally break into when we bump into them around the map, you will naturally find a bunch of different ammo chests, and also a bunch of obviously different chests themselves filled with the weapons and different loot. So we do find some more ammo for the AR, and we find more ammunition as well for the rockets in general. So it's not too bad. The loot could have been slightly better, but this is definitely a very good location to land, especially for solos or duos. I probably wouldn't land here for team. Our third location is going to be in the bottom left-hand corner of the map between Greasy Grove and Flush Factory. Now this is what I call giant chair. Reason being is, if you've ever seen the chair that is actually in the map, that was in the old map, it's now been slightly enlarged, and yes, of course, there's still a chest that spawns on top of it. Now this little settlement is centered around this chair, or at least right next to it. So some parts of this are actually from the Tomato Town, so we're used to that small little outhouse, the little cafe type building. As you can see, I'm just heading into that right now, and we find 2 ARs, which is absolutely wonderful. There's also a little outhouse shed too, as well as a little house. Now when you're heading into this house, make sure that you check everywhere for the ammo boxes. These are so important, because of course without the ammo we ain't got nothing. Now you can find at least 3 in this house. You can also go up into the attic of this building and find a chest, as you'll be able to see in a moment. Now once you've finished looting this main little house out, you can also go and find what is known, I call it small barn, when it goes to either Fatal Fields or I go to Anarchy Acres. In either of those farm locations, they have a large barn and a small barn. Well, this location mimics that small barn, so you can also go into a barn here as well. Find loot in the exact same place, which I'll show you in just a moment, which is, if you don't already know, up in the top section of the barn. You also can find a weapon and sometimes an ammo box as well, hidden behind the hay, which you see on screen right now. We get some extra shotgun rounds and rockets. Now when you're inside of here, if you don't land directly on top of this, you can sometimes find a chest spawning right there, as well as an ammo box in the corner just here. So grab all the ammo and all the loot that you could possibly get, and then of course head over to the giant chair, where you're going to get to meet the landmark which is obviously given itself this name. So there's the small little shed here with some extra bits and bobs, and then the big chair. How cool is that? I'm so glad that they made it a little bit larger. We're actually going to be considering doing some of our big builds in the future with some furniture, so if you guys have any ideas at all, please do put that in the comments. Right now, if you are watching this, definitely feature something along the lines of a giant build in your comment. So let's go on to our fourth location. Our fourth location is going to be in the top left-hand corner, very close to where the motel and junk junction is. This place I call Castle simply because it has a coned castle-looking building surrounding a bunch of like outhouses and abandoned buildings. It's pretty much just a maze of those types of buildings that you find around the map. It's a very intricate design and it's very maze-like without a doubt, as you can already tell when landing in. So there's lots of different rooms and lots of weapons and ammo boxes that you'll be able to find. You'll hear chests all over the place, and you'll find shotguns and assault rifles and pistols and potions and ammo crate boxes and everything going all over the place. You will need to build, however, to get to most of these, so just chop away at the walls, get the resources that you require, and if you land in here with either a duo or a squad, it will be a lot easier to loot this, so you'll be able to loot it a lot quicker, because like effectively there is enough here to be able to fuel a full team, and because it's out in the left side at the top, it's quite out of the way, but it is still close to a lot of the newer areas in the map. So if you do decide to land here with your squad or in solos or in duos, I can guarantee you that there won't be as much competition, especially at this moment in time, because everyone is going for that big city. Everybody knows they want to go to Tilted Towers, so everyone's heading over that way while you're miles away, but still getting absolutely awesome loot. Like as you can see here, I grabbed myself a grenade launcher, and in just a moment I also find myself an epic scar as well. Storm managed to grab a hold of an epic scar, and so do I, so we both leave here with wonderful loot. I also leave with a sniper, a pump shotgun, a grenade launcher, and I also leave with meds as well, with plenty left behind. So if I'd landed here with a group, I would have left here rich with lots and lots of goodies. So definitely land at this location. You can call it whatever you wish, but I decided to call it Castle. Let's move on to our fifth and final location. The reason I put this one as our final location is not only does it take so long to actually loot this area, but it is by far the best. This one is perfect for landing in squads. This is what I call New Factory, and the reason for this is because it follows a similar format as the current factory that you can find around the Salty Springs and the Retail Row area, but this one's much larger. There's a lot more going on here, and there's so much that you could send a member of your squad to each of these individual buildings, and they'll guarantee to get between 1 and 3 chests each. So when me and Jad landed in here in duos, we were overwhelmed at how much loot we actually found, as well as the amount of shields that we actually got. We had so much stuff that we had to leave mini shields and larger shield portions alone. We had to just leave them where they were, because we not only had great weapons, but we had too much health. So if we'd been in a squad, we could have taken all of it and carried on. Like you see here, there's also these outhouse, like little caved areas that you can find, you know, little chests and stuff behind the bins. There's also the bigger, you know, storage bases. And at this point, I was just collecting some resources while Jad spotted an underground. So there's an underground to some of these buildings as well. And don't forget to go under here, because you will not only get chests, but you'll also get the ammo boxes, which I've been mentioning throughout this video. And they are so important. I cannot alliterate that enough. It's so important that you get those ammo boxes. Now when heading around here as well, Jad spots that there was a chest in the back of one of the lorries. If you ever loot at the original factory, hence I'm calling this one New Factory, there is sometimes chests that spawn in the back of lorries and in the crates as well. Now we also find an epic bolty sniper, absolutely spectacular. That was great loot as well. And at the end of this, we leave with you know, insane assault rifles, loads of health, loads of weaponry, but a lot of it goes to waste because there just wasn't enough inventory space to be able to pick every single thing up. So without a doubt, land here with your team, you'll find insane loot. Like, just look at it, man. We found a blue AR. I just leave my green behind like it's nothing. I find more traps, and guess what? Walk into another building, and there we go, straight away, another chest. I really do hope that you use this location for your squad games. It will bring you happiness all around, and everyone will have so much they don't even know what to do with it. As you can see again, look, more portions. We find like 9 portions. I mean, that's exaggerating, but it was literally insane. So much. thank you for tuning in and watching today's video. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting the channel. If it wasn't for all your wonderful support and all the likes and the comments and all the shares that you guys provide me, these videos wouldn't even be able to happen. So I hope that it helps you, and I hope that you've learned something from me today. I definitely want to see you guys in game, so get grinding, jump to the new cities, jump to the new locations, and check out all these unnamed places as well for that extra special loot and those quieter games if you're not so ready for the insanity that is actually occurring at the Tilted Towers. I will see you all in the comments below. My name's B7, also known as Martin Wood. Like and comment on all that you love. Peace.